Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about app source, right, which is Microsoft's application source or application store, we can say. And from there, we can get numerous of different applications for different industries, different categories, and different uh, pricing models, which include free applications as well as paid, along with free trials applications as well, right? Now, I have created one of the video last week about Microsoft Azure Marketplace. It is similar to that one, but it has also free as well as paid services that Microsoft partners and their respective partner ecosystem has built those applications, and those applications are made available for different organizations to use, or those can be embedded within Microsoft Office 365 product suites, right? And those applications can be used with the different Office applications like Teams, SharePoint, Outlook, right? And then Office apps as well, right? So those are very helpful in many different use cases, different scenarios, and different requirements, right? So this is how those are going to be helpful. And now I'll show you how those applications can be uh, added into the tenant, and those applications can be published across the organizations, right? So be it a single user, be it multiple users, and be it many users, right? So there is no limitations on it. But if if you are procuring any particular application, be it freeware or free tier applications or trial or paid, it can be used for across the organization, right? So let's jump on to the screen, and I'll show you how those applications can be added, and uh, what are those applications. All right. Here you can see that this is the Microsoft application store. In short, this is also called as app source. At the top here, you can see, which is appsource.microsoft.com. That means this can be, or this is the store where we can add the multiple applications, and from the Microsoft 365 portal, which is also integrated with integrated applications settings or integrated apps, right? So I will show you that as well, right? So from here, if you come back here and you wanted to see integrated apps, and from here you can see that available apps, blocked apps, shared agents, and developed apps, right? So if you wanted to add any of the applications, you can click on the get apps, as well as there is option for us to upload a custom application that we have developed. So here we can see bunch of applications, and when we wanted to add any applications, once we click on get apps button, it is going to open up same app store here. This is the same application store which is going to be shown up here, which is integrated with our 365 admin portal, and you can see all the categories, all the different industries, all the different products, and then the compliance as well, right? So now, even from here also, you can go ahead and add any of the application that you wanted to add for your users, or uh, for the organization, right? And that application can be easily added and deployed it across. So let's say I wanted to add Figma. I have selected it here, and you can see that once it is opened up, you can see a bunch of details about this application, including pricing, products, then who is the publisher of these applications, then security and compliance, whether they are secure enough and they are following compliance requirements that they have, or Microsoft has asked them to follow that, right? And then they have to publish their attested compliance and security mechanisms. Along with that, they have to make sure all the capabilities are enabled so that this application is readily usable and accessible for the customers, right? And you can see what are the application capabilities, right? So here it shows that can send data over the internet and all other stuff. Apart from that, you can see overview, where it has mentioned what it can do, where it can work, and or all other steps, right? Along with the ratings and reviews, right? Even you can see all of these capabilities from this page, but the main purpose of this video is to show you how we can add applications from this store or this application separately, because separately, but to add that application, you need to make sure you are logged into your account, right? Where that application is going to be added into your tenant, and then from there you can simply assign that application to the respective users, groups, and whoever needs to use it. Now, on the main screen, you see that there are categories, industries, and products. All right. So under each category or each options, we see bunch of different options to go through, and from there we can simply go ahead and leverage and use those applications upon installing. Right. As this is a Microsoft's centralized platform where we can see Microsoft as well as third-party applications, and those applications can be used. For example, ChatGPT for Excel. This is an application developed by Apps Do Wonders LLC organization, right? And they have given all the details about this application here. What are the capabilities this application do, and other applications that they have developed for different applications, be it Word or PowerPoint. And then even you can see ratings here plus reviews if there are any. From the reviews and ratings, you can see from 1 star till 5 star, and you can see how many people have rated it as a 5 star application, and then you can see or read the reviews that people has put in place, right? So this helps us in identifying whether this application is really good, is going to be really helpful. And but still there's a question which says that whether this application is going to resolve my issues, or I'm trying to help myself with particular task or particular things, and then it is going to be something once you use the application, then only you will come to know. Otherwise, you won't be able to see what this application do for you, right? And then details and support. From here, you can see all the details of this particular application, as I showed here for this particular application. The same details is also shown up here, and where this application is supported, Excel 19 on the web, on the Mac and the Windows. And then what are the industries this application can be targeted? Financial services and professional services, because those are the industries where this application or Excel is being heavily used. And at the same time, this application can also be used and help them, right? And then the categories, which includes analytics, productivity, marketing, and sales. And where this application is, or this particular tool that they have built is going to be hosted and registered with, it's with Excel, right? So here you can see the last updated date when they have updated and made any changes, they have published those changes, and how you can use this application. So this application can be used with your work or school account, which is provided by the organizations, and Microsoft account, that is the consumer identity, which is either going to be hotmail.com or outlook.com. And you can leverage those identities in order to access and use this application as well, right? And here you have support option. So support option is going to be kind of provided by the respective developer of this application. Let's say this organization has developed this application, and if in case you need to, or you need support and help from them, you can directly reach out to their respective support page here on their website. And from there, you need to fill out a form and then submit the request. So that request will go to them, and probably as per their service line agreements and whatever they have, they would reach out to you, or maybe they'll try to help you on that. So yeah, this is something given by the respective products or respective applications. And very important part of this is that each application has different categories. Different categories as in from the terms of pricing model, right? Be it free tier application or paid, or it's a trial, right? So from here, under the pricing model, you can see that we can get free tier applications, or those are the completely free at all. We don't have to pay any. But in some applications, you see that additional purchase may be required. Where that means this application might be free for certain duration, and after certain duration, they might charge you or they might ask you to get the paid license or paid subscription for this if in case you wanted to use it further, right? And similarly, if you wanted to use freeware, let's say this application, which is YouTube, this is free application here, you can see. And if I click on this one, you can see that this application can be integrated with Office apps, Outlook, and Teams, and then all other details about these applications, including overview. You can go through this one. And if in case you wanted to read more and wanted to know more about it, there's a support URL as well. So that is from Google, right? That is going to redirect to the Google support page. And then similar other applications where this application can be integrated with, right? Then ratings on the same application, or as I showed in the previous application, it is going to be the same for this application and each and every application across the app source, right? Help and support, or details and support here. You can see all other details, including support URL as well, provided by Microsoft, not Microsoft, but seems, yeah, it is Microsoft support URL. And here's the Google URL or YouTube help that we can ask and report any issues or anything that we wanted to. And this is the Microsoft help article, right? So let's go back and see the different categories that I was talking about. So under the categories, we have bunch of categories. Even if you wanted to go through these from at the top left pane, these are the categories. I click see all. You can see there are so many categories, and under each category, we have different applications and products that we can leverage. Let's say IT and management. I wanted to look at business applications. So business applications are different and management applications are different, and that is why they have put in different applications categories here. So from here, you can see that uses analytics. This is the Microsoft application. All right. Microsoft has developed it. This application is developed by a third-party provider, which is a Buckian, right? Which is Business Central, then Power User, then SaaS, Mails Daddy Software Private Limited, right? Mbox to PST converter. So this is the converter application, and there are many more, right? If you go through this list, it is a very big list, and that might be cumbersome at time when you wanted to find appropriate applications and go through it. So you have to take time and go through it, and you might have to read about that respective application, whether that application is really helpful, suitable for you, and what, right? Now, there is one more thing here about the licenses as well as the application usage, right? So let's say this is an application which is Cisco devices for Teams rooms. This comes with free trial at the initial period, but later you need to bring your own license, which is BYOL. That means you have to purchase a respective license from this application provider. So this application is developed by Cisco Systems, and you need to procure those licenses from them. And once you have those licenses, then you can enable those licenses to your subscription, right? So once those licenses are enabled and the subscription is active, you can go ahead and use it. And those would be accessible as well as usable. The other side of that is this application, let's say Datacamp IT has developed it, and they are saying that if in case you need to use this application, you cannot directly get the trial, as well as you cannot use this application freely. Instead, you should contact us. So there is an application form. Now there's a form in short, which you need to fill and share the details about it. Let's say you wanted to use this application, then you need to provide your details, right? And then they will reach out to you, right? And they will guide you if in case you wanted to use this application, what are your use cases, what you are looking for out of this application. And basis on your questions and basis on your needs and requirements, they will try to answer your all of those questions and understand it first. Once they understand whether this application is going to be helpful for you or not, and once that is done, you can go ahead, either you can go ahead and buy these applications, or if not, then simply that's not helpful for your requirements, right? So this is totally depend on your needs and requirements, and this application can be used with SaaS solutions with Microsoft 365 ecosystem. Right under the trials, you can see free trials applications, all the trial applications, and then those can be converted either with BYOL, bring your own license, and those can be used further if in case you wanted to keep and use it, right? There are so many applications in this category as well. And let's go back at the top here under the industries. You can see all the industries are here. I mean, for each industry, there is a certain application developed by different organizations, and those can be used, and those are really helpful as well. Let's say ratings. So under ratings, you can see 1 star and up, 2 star and up, 3 star and 4 star and up. So these are the different ratings which we can go through. Let's say I wanted to get an application which has 4 star and up ratings, and then I can filter it out with this respective option here, and then I can go through the list, whichever is going to be helpful for my requirement. I would go through it and look if that application is going to help me, is going to be helpful for my needs and business, right? And then I will go ahead and add, or if it is paid, then I would have to simply purchase that application or procure it, right? And on the compliance, which is very important, right? When each and every organization has their compliance and security requirements for applications and business and everything, data, everything to be managed, then definitely we should also look around the applications and third-party providers. Are they compliant enough, right? If they have the compliance scared or compliance scores attached to each of their applications, if they have certified compliance records, be it SOC 2 or SOC 2 type, right? And there are many other compliances. So those are basics on the respective industry, be it payment industry, be it healthcare industry, be it finance or any industry, right? So they have to be very compliant, or they have to compliant with that respective industry, so that that application is also considered as a safe, secure, and the respective users or the customers who are going to use that, they have confident enough to use those applications as well, right? So they have to be compliant as well. So there are two compliance. One is Microsoft 365 certified and one is publisher attested. So the first one is Microsoft 365 certified. That means Microsoft has their respective compliance requirements and security requirements, and Microsoft is going to validate and check those, and those would be certified by Microsoft for those respective, be it internal application, internal as in developed by Microsoft or developed by third party or customers or vendors, right? The publisher attested is going to be something that the respective application owner or developer, that they have to take care of security and compliance, right? So they have to get the right set of certifications of compliance, and then that application should be certified with all those compliance and security requirements, and then only that application is going to be made available here on the app source. So once that application is available, then people can choose whichever is going to be appropriate for their needs and requirements, and then they can add and use it. And at last here, Copilot agents. So there are different Copilot agents. So currently you can see for this specific category, there is only one, but if I remove this one, there are many Copilot agents available. There are 68 Copilot agent apps for different applications and scenarios and usage, and those can be used for different requirements, right? So these are the different applications that we can use, including paid, free, and uh, all other different categories of licenses, right? So let's go back to the main page here. So from here at the left, all section, and scroll down, we have seen the categories, we have seen the products, and here you can see the industries. We have all the different industries, and all those industry has respective industry applications and respective platforms developed, right? And there we can see the account details. As I have logged into my account, wherein I can simply go through any of these options and I can make changes or anything that I wanted. And there's option for us, which is partners, right? So if you click on partners, it is going to show us the different partners that they have developed solutions. So these are the partner-led solutions, and those solutions can be used for our requirements. Now, I have an option for to change this respective location. As I have selected United States here, that is why it is showing up all those partners from this United States location only. But if I change that location to any other country, then it is going to show us all those. Also, here are different filters, which includes partner capabilities, then industries, then products, solutions, services, and environmental, social, and governance, right? So these are the different categories where we can simply filter out and choose respective applications. And the most important part of this is that all of these are the provided by partners, right? So partner products, so partner services, those are in partner with Microsoft, and it's a partner ecosystem with Microsoft, right? So this way, all those are the different products available for customers and different organizations to use, right? And there is one more thing very important and very helpful, which is industry clouds, right? Even this is also the very good option for organizations to use all different prepaid services or products, we can say. And these are also the partner-led organizations who have developed, and those products and services are available for the customers, right? So from here also you can select the locations and products in which category you wanted to bring on, then trials, if there are any, then ratings and the categories, right? So this is something which has all the applications, all on all the categories, on all industries and everything together. And you can leverage all those applications for your needs and requirements. So in short, this is going to be kind of application store which is available for all the customers, and which has all the applications on all different categories, industries, and different products and services, right? So I'll just go ahead and simply search for one of the applications and show you how we can add that application. Let's say I was looking for Figma. Let's say click on it, and I will add that application to my tenant. So get it now. So when you wanted to add it, you need to click on that get it now button. And now it is going to simply ask me to authenticate and re-log in with my tenant. So this is just asking me to re-authenticate myself, and it will ask for authentication. Let's complete this process because this is something which is going to validate my identity, and done. So perfect. Once I clicked OK, it is done. It has validated and authenticated my identity. And then it is going to load, right? So now it is loading, and you can see that we are in the same page where I showed you integrated apps, right? And now it is just showing from the first tab where it says apps to deploy. So we have selected Figma applications, and once we click next, we can either deploy it just to me or just the entire organization or specific users or groups, right? So let's say I wanted to deploy it for entire organization. So once I select this option second here and click next, and then you can see we need to accept the permissions, what permissions it needs in order to this applications to be added into the teams. Here you can see a small warning or information icon which says that to view the latest app status and manage how the app shows in teams for users in your organization, you need to go to this one and accept it. And then I will go ahead and accept this permissions from here. Oh, it says permission failed, misconfigured, required access to the client application. Okay, it needs a client application then. Okay, so it is not going to let us deploy. Instead, we will go ahead and look for another application because I have not created such application yet for permission granting. And simply I'll find another application. I know that how to do it, but later it's going to take time again, right? So let's add this application. You get it now. And let's complete this process. So this is going to be added and click next. Then just for me. And oh, it is also asking for permissions. Okay, perfect. Here you can see that the permissions are granted for this application. Now, why it is asking for permission? Because by default, this or any of the applications from this portal does not have the permissions at all, right? And that is why it needs those permissions to be provided and accessible for those accounts so that that application is going to be available for them, right? And at the last screen, I'll just go one step back. So from here, once we add the permissions and under the add users tab, so this is the user assignment. So from here, either we can select entire organization, specific group, or just me. Let's say I select entire organization, next, and then finish deployment. Boom, this is going to simply deploy this application. After it's going to take few seconds. Sometimes it takes more than a minute or two, but it's going to be very quick and easy, right? So this is done. You can see that deployment is completed, and you can see that view this deployment. So from here, it is going to show us application status and everything details about it. Even there is application or there is an option for us to remove this application as well. Here you can see the number of users and security and compliance of this application as well. So this application is Microsoft 365 certified, right? And overall certification. So this has publisher attested certification as well, right? And here it says check back later for the details of the app. So this is not showing yet, but it is going to show once that details is fetched and showing up. So let's say cross this out. So perfect. Here you can see that this application is hosted in 365, Outlook, and Teams, and all the respective details about that application, right? So yeah, that's all for this video. I wanted to show you and talk about. Hope you will like it. Ask any questions, any doubts, anything you wanted to know more about this one, and share your thoughts about it, your experiences if you have used and leveraged of any of these products or services from this respective app store, right? And yeah, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.